Good morning from Hanoi.
We have been here for about 48 hours and have completely fallen in love with the place. And today we're gonna try and show you why.
International airport. That's our boarding pass. Okay, let's try that again.
Yep.
We are here in the Kuala Lumpur airport. We've ended our time on a really high note the last couple of days, which has been wonderful. Check out our last video if you didn't see it. It'll explain a little bit more about that. But now we're heading back to what has been our favorite country so far in Southeast Asia.
We are heading to Hanoi, Vietnam for the next 14 days. And then what's really exciting about Vietnam for us is Victoria's family is coming to meet us there in a couple of weeks.
You get to see Grandma and Grandpa. So exciting. Now we're gonna head to our gate because they've already started boarding. We're in the lounge and we need to hustle, so let's go. Just kidding, gate is open, not boarding. I could have had another coffee.
Still getting used to this whole gate opens, then boarding thing. It's very different than what we're used to in Canada. So we rush to the gate only to figure out that we still have loads of time.
Please have your boarding pass ready for all finance special boarding.
Okay, now it's actually time to board.
Let's do it.
We're pretty excited. This is a bit of a milestone flight for Clara. She's 8 months old and she's on flight number 10.
Not too shabby. Let's keep it up, Clara.
Strollers, good there? Okay, thank you. Flight number 10.
Welcome back to Vietnam, Clara. What a different experience than Ho Chi Minh. In case you didn't see that video, this is what it looked like. So this is a little bit different.
Oh my. Getting into Ho Chi Minh City last time took us probably an hour and a half. They took our passports away from us. They took us to a separate space. They checked our visas. It was chaos. This, we walked up, handed our passports. He looked at our visas for 3 seconds maybe, and then stamped all our passports and let us through. So this is a great tip. If you're flying into Vietnam and you can, I would 10 out of 10 recommend going to Hanoi versus Ho Chi Minh. I used to always want our luggage to be nice and clean. And then I realized that just means you haven't used it very much. Ours is getting used.
Well, we got all of our stuff and now we're gonna head to our Airbnb. So we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning from Hanoi.
We have been here for about 48 hours and have completely fallen in love with the place. And today we're gonna try and show you why.
It's just after 7 a.m. because we're trying to beat the heat a little bit. It's still already so hot. But seeing all the people already out hustling, bustling, there's just so much to see here. Walking down these streets, the people folding laundry and selling flowers, these fresh bouquets, all the children on the bikes, the flags, it's such an overwhelmingly charming place.
For those of you that are wondering, it is 7 a.m. and it's already about 35 degrees Celsius. I'll put it below for my American friends because I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit.
Every time we go to cross the street, we stand on the corner politely waiting for the light to change. We don't need to. People just go whenever they want. I want to join in so badly. This is Hoàn Kiếm Lake.
Was that wrong?
Today we are going to learn how to pronounce Hoàn Kiếm Lake.
It is a natural freshwater lake in the heart of the city, and that tower is called the Turtle Tower, and it is symbolic of this Vietnamese traditional story. So there was a king that went fishing, found this bar in the lake that he then turned into a sword, which he then used to win a battle, and then he came back to this lake and went fishing, and this mystical turtle came up and asked for the sword back to give back to the Dragon King, which he happily did. So now still apparently to this day there's a 100-year-old turtle that still lives in this lake, and no one really knows if maybe that's the turtle from the story. This has been the most wonderful way to start our morning. Again, it's just one of those crazy things about Hanoi, with the chaos meets this like beautiful Zen, peaceful environment with this lake here. Watching all of the people doing their Tai Chi and meditation and walking around the lake first thing in the morning. It's been lovely to be a part of.
So if you've watched our last couple of videos, you've probably heard us talk about the heat a lot. It feels like every country we go to, we're just kind of chasing this heat wave. We look forward and the temperature's great, then we arrive and they have record-breaking heats. Hanoi is the exact same thing. It's gonna feel like almost 50 degrees in a couple of days. So we're trying this thing where I'm gonna sleep in 2 chunks because I'm still working late into the night, so that we can get out first thing in the morning, experience life in Hanoi before it becomes too unbelievably hot. But that means we haven't had a coffee yet. And if you, again, have watched anything on this channel, you know that coffee is very important.
Thank you.
This coffee shop isn't just any coffee shop. It's the Note Coffee in Hanoi. This has been a place that we originally saw on Clara and Nate's YouTube channel years ago. And so it's so cool. You know, as we were thinking about coming to Vietnam, this was somewhere that was really high on our list. And so it's awesome to see that come full circle after we had been dreaming about it for so many years. The cold beverages also don't hurt.
No kidding. Clara's got her ice cube.
No, they went to a Note Cafe in Ho Chi Minh.
Hilarious.
That's so funny. But regardless, I still think it's cool that, you know, we've watched their videos for 7 years and they had a huge impact on us and largely led to us wanting to do this adventure. So, you know what? It's not the same cafe, but I'll still take it. Yeah. Hi, beautiful girl. Oh boy, I am always so bad at these. Kamida. Oh, yours are...
There, left our little mark.
Oh. All right, well, it's time for me to go get some more sleep, beat the heat a little bit, get some air conditioning, so I'll see you in a little bit.
So many notes. We should have posted it here.
All right, well, Clara's down for a nap. My hair is in desperate need of a cut. Victoria's actually cut her hair once before during the pandemic. So I think she can do it again.
I don't know what I'm doing. And this time I don't have scissors, so hopefully it'll be fine and you won't end up bald.
What do you think I mean, bald? Bald! Bald, bald!
We'll see.
It's not the worst case. Here we go.
It's terrifying. Ryan doesn't care very much, but I'm the one that has to look at him all.
What's your plan for the talk?
I don't know yet.
I know that there are markets everywhere in the world. Cutting hair is not a new phenomenon to Canada. But I had my ears painted a long time ago and they're still super sensitive. The hassle of trying to explain to them that my ears only move one way felt too stressful. Somehow it felt more stressful than having Victoria have to do my hair. That's why we're here. Honestly, you're doing a great job.
I have a nice little window right here. Sorry about that.
definitely not right.
This is not going well.
That's emphatically untrue, but I am hiding my hair quite intentionally right now. Okay, this actually isn't terrible porn. I'm scared. Oh my. So what did you do?
What do you want to do?
I'm trying to understand what happened.
I have the comb, and I was using the comb, and then I was using the clippers.
It's okay. I don't think it's actually not that bad. A little.
He's being nice.
If I just go at it and then you tidy it up,
Me tidy it up like I know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna go for it.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's right. And I'll wear a hat. What do you
not what you want to hear.
I
Okay.
think that's my
I don't know what else to do. I needed scissors.
Huh?
You look like you're in the army.
Pretty short. Feels great. I've had worse. Cute picture of a worse haircut.
But I still love you.
That's good.
Here.
Alright. I think we're done. Oh, it's so humid out here I have to keep wiping the lens. Now that my hair's cut, feeling 10 pounds lighter.
Let's keep going. Say hi. Another reason that Hanoi is quickly climbing the ranks of one of my favorite places that I've ever been is because our Airbnb is literally a 2-minute walk away from St. Joseph's Cathedral. It was built in 1886, part of the French colonial rule, and it was one of the first buildings that they made. It's still used today, and they have multiple services every single day. We've seen pictures of the inside, and it looks so beautiful, but we can't figure out when we can go in. The internet is not very helpful. Every time we've come, it's either been closed or there have been services going on, but isn't it beautiful, even from the outside? They got us. We bought a fan. Clara and I came for coffee right off of this square the other day, and there was a man in one of these red carts that kept waving at us the whole time. So if ever we take one, I have my guy picked. This church is just so beautiful. I'm not done looking at it, but I'm really hungry. So let's go find somewhere where we still have the view of the church. Say hi. How should I say it?
Bún bò Huế.
Bunbo? Bunbo hey?
Yeah.
Perfect.
One lemon meat, frozen lemon meat, one bún bò Huế, one mango meat, one
Perfect.
nasi goreng. Thank you.
Come on. We didn't show you any of our food while we were in Malaysia, so I ordered Malaysian food so you can see it this time. It's pretty nice in here, but look at this.
Our drinks are here. Oh, it's so refreshing. It tastes as good as it looks.
Thank you. Wow.
I don't know how to say what I ordered. I ordered a Vietnamese noodle soup. I cannot get enough of Vietnamese food. It's so fresh and delicious. All the fresh green onion and cilantro and fresh meat and rice noodles. It's just so good. Have I said fresh enough times? Now that I've had my first bite, it tastes so familiar and like ultimate comfort food. At home, every time I'm sick, I order sweet and sour Vietnamese soup, and that's exactly what this is, and I'm so happy right now. I didn't know that that's what I ordered.
This might be the most boring thing I do in all of Asia, but it started in Thailand, then Vietnam, then Malaysia, and now back to Vietnam, and I get this everywhere. It's a plate of rice with vegetables, meat, but for some reason it just tastes so much better than at home. Good thing everywhere in Southeast Asia kind of puts their own spin on it, so I'm not quite as boring as I could be.
Clara's having a chicken stew pouch. We try not to use them as much as I can, but boy, oh boy, are they convenient. They're so helpful for traveling.
All right, so final thoughts on our first impressions of Hanoi. It's amazing. I think it definitely has quickly become our favorite place on earth. And it has to do with the people, the food, the architecture. It's just, everything is so beautiful here. And yeah, some of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life.
The other part that's so wonderfully charming is the chaos of it all, mixed with the French architecture. So it's this beautiful, pristine French designs, and then the honking and the hoping that you don't die crossing the street. And then the food is so good, man. We love it here so much. So much.
And we've loved it here so much that this is only our first video here. We have a few more planned. And the next one is, you know, Vietnam might be a little bit famous for their coffee, I've heard. So we're gonna try all that Vietnam has for coffee.
Can't wait.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Am I recording? Yes, I am. Travel Dad, activated.